Okay. Alright, so I don't know what this car is called again. The Voltic. So this one's electric. It really is nothing special. I just bought it ages ago because why not? It's an electric car. It was the only one at the time. When you drive it sounds silent, which is kind of cool. Like you don't hear anything and it just feels weird. Like driving a car and you don't hear any sounds. But yeah, it's nothing special. The top speed was... it's not good. Top speed's not good. Handling is nothing special. The only thing this car has going for it is its acceleration. But I think even now the Cyclone beats it. And I don't remember what the color is, but that... I love this color. I might need to put it on a few more cars. Okay, now the Futo, I don't know why I had this. Well, actually, I know why, the reason I have it. This car is great for drifting, and that's the only reason I have it. I never drive it, but yeah, that's the only reason I have it. Nothing more to say. Okay, now this car. Ooh, I love this car. The 811. The reason I bought it is because out of the supercars, it was, well, it basically it had the top speed out of every car in the game, and also it was the top in the supercars, so it was beautiful. But now it's been taken by that stupid sports car. I think there's a sports classic and there's a supercar which just dominate all the classes. It's called the Pariah. This thing destroys every car now, and I think this one now beats this one. So this is the reason I got it, because whenever there's supercar, basically what I'm trying to say is this car is like a secret weapon. Well, it was, it still is, but I mean, whenever there's a motorway race or a race that just has full-on straights, hardly any turns, this is the vehicle you whip out. This thing, like, its acceleration's alright, the handling, the braking, you have to concentrate a bit more. But when you get on the straights and then you just start to leave the other cars, you slowly pull away, and sometimes slipstream and catch up don't really help. Catch up kind of slows your car down if you're in first place. Slipstream depends how close you are, but this thing just, most time it can barely get a slipstream on you, so this thing leaves you behind. And you wouldn't think this is the fastest car in the game, but it still looks nice. The silver just looks, you know what I mean, it's not too crazy, but it's a nice car. It really is. This thing, I don't know why I have this thing. I just bought this randomly. It's pretty cool. There's not much to say about this because I don't know why I have this thing. I just bought it. Like, why not? Okay, now this car, I miss this car. Now the reason I say I miss it is I know it's right here, but I mean, when this first came out, I bought it straight away. Had the money, I was like, bought it straight away, loved it. Then I know more updates came out, so I sold it because it did have the top speed wasn't amazing, the handling is amazing, like just going around corners. And I had other cars that could do that, like the Turismo. So I was like, let me just get rid of it. Like, I was kind of broke after that, and then eventually this thing came back on sale, and guess what? I had to buy it. As I say, I just had to buy it. Handles amazing. It's not really competitive. It's kind of lost its status. When I see someone like drive it in a race, I'm not really thinking they're the person to win. Like, I know you're kind of judging someone all like straight away, but I mean, maybe on tracks with turds, but even then you can kind of catch up with this thing, so it's not crazy. Now this thing, I think it's called the Rusted. Let's just sit in it just to see. Yeah, the hijack Rusted. So, oh damn, that sounded aggressive when I said that. I bought this for looks, just look straight away. It looks like a little go-kart. I love the cage you can put on it, the spoiler, the everything. It just looks nice. It's nothing special. Handling's nothing special. It's super low on the ground, but yeah, it's nothing it's not like a car you're like, wow, I need this, but I just love the look of it, the colour, everything. Nice little nimble car. Okay, now this, I don't know if I love this. I think this might be my favourite car. I know it's about on the Nero, but just this one, this car, let me say, the braking, amazing. The accelerations is decent, and the top speed is pretty decent also. This is probably one of the most underrated cars because people never talk about the FMJ. And also the looks. It's based on the Ford GT. I love the looks. Well, the front of it's the, it's called the Hurricane. No, that's the wrong car I'm on about. The Vulcan, that's what I'm about. It's the Vulcan, but you know, the Aston Martin Vulcan. But yeah, the back's more like a Ford GT. But I just love the overall look. Also the traction. Now, if there's any car that you could just go around the corner without braking, or you know, hardly brake it, you can go around in this because like the traction is, it sticks on the floor. This thing doesn't want to slide around. The only way it slides around is when it's snowing and when you're just starting the engine up. So when you're just going, so say if you crash and then you want to go straight away, this car has wheel spin. But if you're just driving normally, like if you're just already driving, you go around a corner, you hardly need to brake. It's great for the airport tracks because they need a lot of traction, and this thing, it has lots of it. Definitely in my top 3 armor cars, honestly. This probably ties with this car over here. Also, I love the colour I've done with this. I kind of made it like a Tron type of look. Now, it's a tie between these two cars. So this is the XA21, and this was on sale also. A lot of these cars I bought on sale. This thing I had to buy because this thing's handling is insane. It destroys most of these other supercars when it comes around to tracks. Better than the Turismo, better than a lot of these other cars. But I love its looks, I love its handling, and also, out of all the other cars, I mentioned the engine with the Turismo. This thing has the best engine sound. The Turismo is probably second. This thing sounds violent, but also when you're just driving and then you go to brake, it has a little it's like a ticking sound, and also it has like, you just hear like a little growl. Like it's amazing. Also, I love the doors, they just slide up. This thing is just overall, like, just listen to that. Wow. I know I spend a lot of time in this garage, but I mean, these cars here, well, not that rubbish thing over there, but these cars here, I'm glad I got these. Okay, so the ETR1, I don't use this car anymore. It just feels kind of, I don't know, it's missing something. I think because all the other cars now outclass it, and this car used to be at the top of its game. The top speed wasn't amazing, but this thing's handling is still good. It's kind of like heavier, you can feel it when you're driving it, but I mean, the handling's amazing. And when I never used to own it, I used it in races quite a bit. Like, you know, whenever someone picked stock and it was like a, you know, stock cars, and also the track had loads of corners, I used to use this thing, and handling, I used to do so well in this car. And then when I bought it, I don't know, it feels lackluster. I don't know if that makes sense, you know, that it was a stock version I used to use, but maybe because there's so many great cars, and then you kind of downgrade to this thing. Now, a lot of people might be angry because I'm talking about the ETR like this thing, but I mean, I'm talking about the ETR like this, but I mean, it's still a good car. But I mean, I've got, maybe because I have all these other options, that it's like, it's okay. Right, so I know I've done a lot of talking in this garage, but there's so many beautiful cars, so I'm gonna have to go with this one. That's my ultimate favorite, I'd say, the other one. But this one, I want to show you the engine sound. Also, I love the spoiler. So this and the I forgot, the T20. As you drive, the spoiler comes up. I love the lights. Just look at the lights. Just look at everything. I've done the underglow on it. Just look at this car, it's just beautiful. Let me just show it off like this. Let me get the, I know there's like a vehicle remote. Let me, so I'll put the engine on. Yeah. Let me show you the headlights. Let's put it on. The neon lights on. I'm sure there's a way to put the doors on. Doors up. Okay, maybe they got rid of that, but this thing is beautiful. Oh, yeah, look. Hello. Get all the doors up, mate. We're trying to show off. Headlights on. Yeah, okay. I've done all that. Alright, so if I put all of them. Okay, yeah, I didn't mean to put the boot up, but you know what I mean. The trunk's out the front, but yeah, this thing is just beautiful. Look at the engine, look at everything about this car. I would recommend it. It's a bit pricey. I love the doors. Listen to the sound. Definitely one of my favourite cars. Do not regret buying this thing. Well, I got it on sale, that's probably why. I like when you just stop and then you just hear it just still crackles. You just drive slow and you still hear the thing crackling. Like a firecracker in the back. This thing is crazy. Definitely would recommend this car, definitely. And I went for the Tron look, the futuristic, and it just makes it look even better. Okay, so this is the last garage, and I think this is a full up of random ass cars. I'm serious. Yes, this is the random garage. Okay, so this was the bike I used to use all the time before the oppressor, because this thing in races, this thing just driving around. Best bike in my opinion after the oppressor. I mean, before the oppressor, this thing was, I love it. Everyone likes the other bike, I forgot the name of it, but in my eyes the Akuma, this will always be the real MVP. This vehicle right here, I love this one also. It's part of the I'm Not a Hipster update, and it's quite expensive, 400,000. It's quite ridiculous if you think about it. I know the colour scheme, you know, the colour on it doesn't help, but this thing is fast as hell. Honestly, very fast. For its looks, you underestimate it. I said this before, but I mean, I remember my mate, he laughed at his car and I showed him, and it doesn't look funny. It has luggage on the top, it's like, what is this? But we done a race, I think he used one of his sports cars, and it beat it. So yeah. It used to be chrome also. I think I might put it chrome again because it does look beautiful. Now this car, I don't know why I have this thing, honestly. I think I just found it up the street and just done it up. I honestly don't know why I have it. I can't give any more information because I don't know why I have this thing, but I probably won't sell it. It's another vehicle I won't sell. The smart car with the luggage. You gotta have the luggage on top. It just makes it more beautiful. And the good thing about owning this car is because when I join races, sometimes it's, I don't know what class this car's in, let me quickly check. It's in compacts. So people just do that to mess around. They leave custom cars on. Most of the time no one else has a custom compact, and I do, so I end up winning. It's kind of funny, no one expects that. This vehicle, it's one of the vehicles, one of my first vehicles also. I mean, when people used to call the military on each other, like mercenaries, they used to roll up in this. I think I killed them and then just stole it and done it lime green for no damn reason. And yeah, here it just chills, not being used ever. There's probably no reason to use it, but it's for the memories. Now this, the Serrano, this thing was like always my favorite sports car. It's a sports car. I mean, even now, well, actually I do like the Audi right there, but I mean, this thing, it used to be my favorite. I think it had the top speed for like the supercars, like before all these new ones. In the beginning, and used to win loads of races in it. It doesn't handle the best, but the top speed and just the way I used to drive this thing, I still used to beat people in this car right here, which is overpowered as hell. But yes, it just has a special place in my heart, you know. I'm not going to sell this thing because it's just my love for it. I used to win so many races in this thing. Very underrated. It's kind of sad you don't see it anymore, but I love the look of it. It's beautiful. Okay, now this car is free. And it's funny, for a free car you would think it'd be rubbish, but hell no, this thing is... Its top speed's not amazing, but its acceleration, its handling, it can't be matched. Well, now it can be, but before the new cars, it can be matched. And it's a nice car. It looks very nice. It was free, and just looking at it, it looks beautiful. But yeah, I don't really use it anymore. It's kind of overpowered. That's why I use my other vehicles during sports races. Now this one, this became the new Serrano pretty much. I used to use this all the time. Then it became this one because the handling and the top speed, it beats this on top speed. Even handling, I would say. This thing just... It's an Audi R8, mate, and it's just beautiful. That's why I've done it white. Nice and simple, none of these, all these crazy colours. Just a simple, nice sports car. I won so many races in this also. I'm not going to sell that either. Yep, this is one of my first cars also. Muscle ones. Out of the muscle cars, yeah, it's... Out of the muscle cars, this thing was always the best. I think it still is. It looks amazing. What can I say? It's like some bumblebee car, you know, with the black and yellow. But yeah, it's just beautiful. Now this thing, this was what, and I keep saying it's one of my first cars. These ones were, but this one I think was, it's close up there. I think this one was before the actual Turismo, because I remember they unleashed the. I said unleashed, I mean they released the, what was it, the beach bum update, beach bum. So that was like one of the first DLCs, and it had the Doom buggy. Yeah, this one, the off-road buggy, the Bifter. People used to ride in this thing. No one, you won't see anyone in this thing now. But what vehicle are we going to drive? That is the question. I have to go with the we just have to go with this thing. It's got luggage on the top. If you want to take any vehicle on a vacation, you can take this thing. You'll put it in the back of a truck. It's beautiful. And it just looks funny. It's so small. Yeah, it doesn't handle good. But it's just funny whenever you see someone in this thing. It's just so small, and the luggage just makes it better. The neon just makes this thing, you just get ladies if you drive this thing. So I'm trying to think, I think I've showed you all my garages. Okay, I think I have. Okay, let's look at the apartments also. Can I go to... So yeah, I have. So that's all my vehicles, guys. So I've still got a few slots in my garage spaces and my, especially my office one. So I will be buying more cars in the future. It's just now, oh, that landing was beautiful. Yeah, so I will be buying more cars in the future. I've got the space to, but I don't really have the money. Well, I've got the money technically, but I mean, on me I've got nothing. And you can drift. But yeah, guys, just buy this thing. Out of all the cars, buy this. But yeah, guys, I'm going to end the video here. Hope you guys like. Tell me what car you like the most out of all the cars I showed you. If you disagree with some of the stuff I said, let me know. You know, because some of the cars, I mean, people have opinions on them. Let me know if I dissed your car. I know some of these vehicles you guys will not even own because they're random as hell. But also, yeah, as I mentioned, I might start using some car reviews. Let me know if you'd like to see that. I still have the luggage. That makes more cars need luggage. They honestly do. I would buy a lot more supercars with luggage. They need that. I think that should be a feature. They really need that. So guys, I'm going to end the video here. Take care.